You may think it's hard to file your own taxes. You may even fear that you may make a mistake if you do your taxes on your own. Better yet, you may be reluctant to choose a tax man to file and prepare your tax returns on your behalf because you've been audited before. What if I told you that there was a way to prepare your own tax returns accurately and with ease? Let's go. The Demolisher TV with Sophia Melone. Hi everyone, it's Sophia Melone, the Debt Demolisher, here to bring you the tools, tips, and tricks to manage your financial baggage the right way. In today's video, we are going to do a little bit of sightseeing. And when I say sightseeing, I mean website browsing, website seeing. I want to show you guys today the best tax preparation software that's available for you to use at a very reasonable cost. We do have some entrepreneurs out there that are willing to be the DIY kind of person, meaning they want to be able to do their own taxes. They want to be able to manage their books on their own. They want to be able to handle all of these things, which is okay if you're a one-stop shop. So I want to give you guys what are some options that are available for you to use to be able to file your taxes accurately, on time, and at the least cost possible. We don't know what's available to us if we don't know where to look. And the advantage that I have for you guys is that this is my bread and butter, okay? So not only do I research well, I do have a background in tax. And so one of the things that I specialize in is helping people find resources that are available that can help them file the things that they need to file and on time, with ease, and accurately. It can be a handful trying to file taxes and doing all of these things. The paper route, we have options that are available for us to do it online where we won't have to hire an accountant or a tax preparer just to file these routine costs and these routine returns for us. So if you are an entrepreneur who are wanting to know, hey, how can I do this myself? You're in the right place. So we're going to start with the first website that's available for you all to use to prepare your own taxes, and that is Taxact.com. So Taxact.com is a website that is very, very, very good for those who are entrepreneurs or those who are business owners and they want to be able to file their taxes. Not only does this software allow you to file your individual income tax return, it also allows you to file business tax returns. So if you are an S Corp and you have to file an 1120S, if you are a partnership and you have to file a 1065, if you are a C Corp and you have to file an 1120, this is where you can basically have all of your taxes filed, whatever you need at a very reasonable price. So if you go to taxact.com, it's 20% less than TurboTax. TurboTax is mainly the popular one that a lot of people like to use, but TurboTax can be pretty costly. So this is the options that they have available. So for Taxact, it's free for the simple filers, those who have dependents, who are unemployed and have retirement. So this is your normal people who are filing based on wages, Social Security, things of that nature. Is free. You don't have to pay anything. The only fee that you may incur is if you want to file your state returns. More than likely, these softwares, if you get your federal done for free, they more than likely charge maybe $10 or $5 or $14 or $15 for them to file your state returns electronically on your behalf. So they have the free option. They also have the deluxe option, and the deluxe option is for those who are homeowners. So that means more than likely you're going to be filing a Schedule A. You have deductions and credits and adjustments and things of that nature that you want to take. This one will cost you about $50. I even have another site that I go to where it's free across the board and you don't have to pay nothing. So I'll show y'all that on another time. So the next one is their Premier, and this is if you have investments, this is if you have a sale of a home, if you have rental property, things of that nature, it's going to cost you a little bit more. So here's the thing. When it comes to your taxes and preparation of it, it should always be based on the complexity of your return. So if someone is going to charge you a flat rate to do a simple return versus a more complex return, that is something that I would question, because a lot of times it takes time to know, okay, what things are allowable, how many different schedules have to be filled out in order to claim these certain deductions. And the more complex your tax situation is, the more it's typically going to cost you. And as you can see, that same practice is applied with online software. The easier your return is, the less it's going to cost you. The more complex your return is, meaning more elements, more things you have to consider, the more it's going to cost you. Up next is the self-employment feature. So this is for those who are freelancers. That means you're going to be filing a Schedule C. You have a small business, contractors, things of that nature. It starts at about $95. Now, if you have other types, like I said, if you have other types, if you have business taxes, if you have a tax exempt organization, if you have estates and trusts, if you want to file prior years, they all have these options available for you to use. So let's go to business tax. Since this is a business tax preparation series, we are now at day 6 of the series. And it allows you to basically see, okay, if I'm a sole proprietor and I'm going to be filing a Schedule C, this is where I need to start. If I'm a partnership and I need to file a 1065, this is where I need to start. If I'm a C Corp, this is where I need to start. If I'm an S Corp, this is where I need to start. So I personally use Taxact for my business returns, and this is not a sponsored video or anything of that nature. It's just a preference that I like to use because I find it easy. It's easy for me to just pull in my information, transmit my information from my bookkeeping system into the software that Taxact use, and it'll populate the things into the tax line items for me. And the only thing that I have to do is just kind of verify that it's correct before I go ahead and process it through. So that's just one of the cheap methods that I use. I make sure that my bookkeeping, and my back office is clean, because it really helps when it comes to do tax time. It just makes it easy breezy, like real quick. Now, the next thing that we want to kind of look at, again, if you have an estate, if you have to file estate returns or a trust return, that's a more expensive as well. So just so you know, if you have a trust, if you have an estate, if you have any of these things, know that that is treated as a separate entity, and tax returns have to be filed on them jokers. So if you think just because you passed away and you transition your estate on over to your loved ones, let them know that they're going to have to file taxes. Let them know that they are going to have to file taxes for it. Okay, it's not a game. It's not a game. Y'all see this right here. So this is taxact.com. And I've already shown you the price options for it. They have different tools. They have support. It's a really cool website. I just prefer to kind of use the online softwares. I have my account profile set up, so a lot of my information just rolls over from year to year, and it's just easy for me. So that's the first option that I want to share with you guys. Okay, so the next available online software for tax preparation that I want to show you guys is Efile.com. So this is Efile.com. And the cool thing about Efile.com is that not only does it give you tax advice, it tells you about the news. It's like your one-stop shop for everything all in one place related to taxes. It gives you the forms that needs to be filled out. It gives you the deadlines of when your 2020 returns need to be filed, or whatever year this is going to be referencing. So it gives you pretty much everything you need to know, one-stop shop. I always like to refer people to go to irs.gov, but I understand with irs.gov, you kind of have to click and just trying to find the information that you need. But a website like efile.com likes to summarize that information into one place to make it easier for viewers to access and really understand as they kind of figure out, okay, what am I going to file and when do I need to file? So this is really cool because it gives you all of your tax deadlines. It shows you all of the different types of returns, choosing between your different filing status, what will be the best options for you, relationship tests, things to make sure that you qualify for these certain statuses. If you only want to file your state returns, you have an option to do that. If you only need to file a return so that you can get a stimulus payment, which is like a non-filer return, you can do that here as well. There's also options for you to kind of see where you stand, taxable income, your tax-free income, really understanding what these different elements are and what makes up or comprises those elements. So this is really good for those who aren't really familiar with what falls with what and really aren't privy to like all of the tax languages and really okay, what is taxable income? Like this can show you everything that is considered taxable income under just by clicking on and hovering over an icon, right? So this is very helpful. Have all of the tax deductions that are available, standard versus itemized. It explains what each of it is, non-deductible, medical, parent, child, employee, like you name it, it's all here. They have the different tax credits that are available to you as an individual taxpayer, how to pay taxes, how to get on different payment plans. I talked about this on day 5 of the series. Filing your extensions. We're actually going to be talking about this tomorrow, so I'm not going to go through this right now, but if you have to amend a return, it talks about that, back taxes if you owe. So this is a really comprehensive website that gives you pretty much all for one, even calculators, how to calculate your different tax rates and tax brackets and earned income credit and your home ownership deduction credit, like all of these things, stimulus, penalty, it has a calculator for everything, which I love. And if you want to go ahead and start your taxes, if you want to, you go to forms, and then it gives you the option of, okay, yes, I'd like to start. And then, you'll go ahead and click and you'll sign in and you'll register or sign up. So you choose which file, which return you want to go ahead and do, follow the prompts. And a lot of these softwares are question prompts. So they don't expect you to know exactly what to put or where to put on what line, because that's what a tax preparer or an accountant will be better off at just kind of knowing immediately. But when you're in the process of doing it yourself, they ask you questions to help put those information into the right bucket on a tax return. So it's important for you, as you do these DIY kind of prepare it yourself programs and online softwares, that you read the questions carefully. And if there's something that you don't understand, click the little icon or the question mark so that the other icon box can open up and you can read what is it that they mean by this particular question or this particular area, so that it can provide a little bit more clarity for you, so that you're able to make sure that you put in the information that you need to, so that you aren't underreporting anything when it's time for you to file. So they have a support feature here as well. They have everything, you name it, where you can file, how it works. It explains everything, testimonials, how much it costs. It's free. It is free. And again, depending on the complexities, you can just kind of go through and kind of see how it works. Now, that is the second website. The third website that I want to show you guys is this. It's Free Tax USA. So Free Tax USA is a website that not only allows you to file your current year tax returns, you could also file prior year tax returns for free. You understand what I'm saying? For free, at no cost. Your federal tax returns, if you need to file a prior year, you can go to Free Tax USA, and it will allow you to prepare your prior year tax returns for free. Again, like I said, normally they charge a fee if you need to file your state returns. So like I said, it'll be anywhere between $5, $10, $15, sometimes $20, just depends on the site. But if you need to file a prior year from any prior year up until whatever option is available, you can do that. It gives you the steps. Okay, what do you need to do? What do you need to know? If you need to file back tax returns, it tells you how to print it out, what you need to do. A lot of these, if it's a prior year, they will not allow you to transmit it electronically. You have to mail it in. So if you are doing a prior tax return, understand that it has to be mailed in. It can't be done electronically if you're using this type of site. Now, if you go to an outside tax preparer, they have their own software that they can use to transmit it through electronically into the IRS's databases. But when you're using an online software and an online platform like this, a lot of times the prior year stuff has to be printed and mailed in order for it to be submitted. But the process is the same. You'll go ahead and you'll click start the return. You'll create a new account. You'll register. You'll sign up. You'll answer all of the questions. You'll make sure that you have all of the documentation that you need. If it's W-2s, if it's expenses, whatever it is, you make sure that you have all of that information available so that you can easily populate the fields and answer the questions as you go along and completing the returns online. So another one that I want to show you guys is not just one if you have to file like, your overall business tax returns, your 1065, your 1120S, your 1120s, or even your Schedule C through the 1040. This is if you have to file like maybe annual returns for your business, just depending on the type of setup that you have. If you have to file 1099s, things of that nature. There's actually a website called tax1099.com. So tax1099.com is the award-winning IRS's authorized e-filing platform. It allows you to not only create, but you can verify and file your 1099 miscellaneous forms, as well as any other type of form that you need. So if you are a business owner and you issue 1099s out to maybe people who you have conducted business with, 1099Ks, 1099Ss, any form that you need to create, you can do that through this system. And not only that, they have other options for all forms. So other forms that they allow you to submit: payroll forms. So if you have a 940 that you have to submit, a 941, and these are your annual returns, you could do that through here. If you have a W-2 that you need to create for people who you may have on payroll and employees, you can do that there. There are also other forms, 1095s, 8809s, all types of business forms. This is where you could really, really, really do it quickly, do it easy, follow the prompts, and the pricing is very, very reasonable, extremely reasonable. So as you can see, these are the tiers depending on the number of forms that you need, what you need to file, the frequency of it. It's super easy. I think I spent like maybe $4 or $5 to get my 941s and my 940s filed, which is not bad at all. So this is another option for those who are actual business owners who have payroll and are really issuing 1099 forms and things of that nature. This is a spot where you can get all of the forms that you need in order to conduct your tax compliance, and doing it yourself is really, 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 really easy. Okay, and as a bonus, I have, this is my favorite site that I love to use. It's OLT.com. It's probably one of the easiest, most cost-effective website that you can use for tax preparation if you are a Schedule C filer, right? So not only for regular individuals, but if you are a Schedule C filer, then I always recommend utilizing online taxes, because you can file your taxes on the federal side for free at no cost, and in the state it's only $9.95. So it's just a matter of you following the prompts, putting in the information, and just following along each section. It may take you some time if this is new for you, but just know that there are options for you to be able to do it yourself. And as long as your bookkeeping is clean, as long as you have all of the tax documentation that you need for filing, it is easy breezy for you to do. So I love OLT.com because it's free for everyone, right? The state returns are $9.95, like I said. It takes into account all of the deadlines, and it allows you also to upgrade to premium if you like. So if you want to have audit support, customer support, to be able to have someone to walk you through it, if you don't have access to someone like me, who's a tax preparer, or someone who has that audit background in taxes, you can consult with their customer support service team by upgrading to only paying $7.95 to have them process your return. And you'll get audit support, year-over-year comparison, and things of that nature. So this is a great option. It doesn't matter how complex your return is. It's the same price. It's free for federal, $9.95 for state. So if you have a Schedule A, if you have dividend income, if you have rental income, no matter how many schedules you have, this is the website that you can use where the rate will not change. So I highly recommend it. That's my bonus to you guys, that I'm giving y'all the juicy gems on today for day 6 of the Small Business Tax Preparation Series. Okay, so this concludes day 6 of the Small Business Tax Preparation Series. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you timestamp your favorite section or your favorite part in the comments. Come back tomorrow for day 7, the final day of the Small Business Tax Preparation Series. And remember that your financial prosperity awaits you, and so does your sanity. Until next time, bye. The Demolisher Sophie.